Hi, I'm John Holland, Public Information Officer from the Oshkosh Fire Department. Welcome to On Fire. Today we're out here training for ice rescues. We have our Husky boat. You can see that behind me. We are training our guys on how to use the GPS correctly out here, how to drive the boat. It's harder than you think it is. And making sure that we have enough guys that know what to do, know how to drive the boat, know how to react in an ice rescue. So we're taking them out on Lake Winnebago here, heading over to the river, into some open water. The boat reacts differently in all different situations, obviously. So we are out here today preparing for something that we hope we never have to use. On average, we do about somewhere between 5 and 10 ice rescues every single year. Obviously, they're usually at the beginning of the ice season, and then again at the end of the ice season when people are in a hurry to get out and want to get in their last little bit of ice fishing. Last year we had a lot. I'd say we were on the upper end of that 10, if not more. But the ice quality was very, very poor. And speaking of that, the ice is never safe, never 100% safe. We say that every single year, and obviously people just don't listen. It doesn't matter how well you think you know the ice, it is never 100% safe. Your best bet to check on ice conditions would be to check with in Oshkosh here. It's the Otter Street Fishing Club. They are very good at keeping track of ice conditions, but even with that, cracks can happen, holes can open up. You have to be very, very careful out here. We're responsible for most of Winnebago County out here on the ice. Neenah-Menasha also has a Husky boat. Fond du Lac has an ice rescue team. And then on the other side of the lake, they do as well. So it's like Winnebago County out to about the middle of the lake. If you're ever out here on the ice and you do go through, or you see a car go through, someone needs to call 911. You call 911, we will get out here. If you can give us GPS coordinates, that'd be great. It's a great big lake. Usually there are a lot of people out here. They can help us find you, but call us as soon as you can. When you are out here, make sure somebody has a charged cell phone so we can get a hold of you. The cell phone coverage out here is iffy as well. So if you are heading out on the ice, make sure someone knows where you are going. Make sure you are never out here alone. And also let people know about when you expect to come back. And then make sure you follow your own plan. When you call 911 for an ice rescue, what happens is we have the ice rescue boat, the Husky boat that's behind me. We have that at Station 15, which is right on CP and Court, close to the water. It is all hooked up. It is ready to go. Then we have our guys from the heavy rescue and other vehicles that are over there come along for the ride. They get here, they launch the boat. As one crew is launching the boat, another crew is inside getting on the suits so they can stay safe and warm out in the water. And once they get there, off they go. It's at least a 15 to 20 minute process to get them going. It does take a little bit of work. So again, if God forbid, if you do go in, the faster you call, the better shape you're going to be in. If you do fall through, Make as much noise as you possibly can. You obviously are not going to be reaching for your cell phone. If you try to get out, try to roll out of the ice. Stay close to the hole. Once you go down, it is very difficult to find your way back up again. So make sure that when you do fall in, like I said, or if you do fall in, you stay by that hole the best you can. Try to get out. Don't just try to slap your way out of it. You're just going to break more ice around you. Slow and controlled. Your best bet is to actually have some little ice picks with you. They actually sell them. You can also use like screwdrivers with a cord. You hook those into the ice and use those to pull yourself up. Thanks for joining us for this episode of On Fire. Remember, if you are heading out on the ice, do be careful. Find out the ice conditions before you head out. And if you do need us, call 911. We'll see you next time on Fire. Hi, I'm John Holland from the Oshkosh Fire Department. Today we're here to talk about smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Now we all know that these can save your lives. Working smoke alarms, working carbon monoxide detectors are obviously there to save your lives. But did you know they actually have a lifespan? For smoke alarms, the lifespan is about 10 years. And in fact, what we do when we install smoke detectors to our Project Safe, we put in 10-year detectors. So they're basically a disposable detector. Carbon monoxide detectors, on the other hand, they last about 7 years. And if you're wondering, how do I know? How can I tell? If you look on the back of the detector, and I realize there's no way you're going to see it there, but they all have their date on there. This one was made on July 30th in 2013. If there's no date on it, if you flip it over and there's no date on it, I'll guarantee you it is too old. They've been putting the dates on here, obviously since about 2000. If your detector was put in before 2000, it is obviously too old. Now on this smoke alarm, it will actually tell you when the smoke alarm is going bad. This is not the 10-year one. This is the one with just the 9-volt battery. But what it says, and it says it right on the back, that if you get a single chirp, and that's just like that, usually actually even shorter than that, that is telling you the battery is dying. If you get multiple chirps, like for this one, it'll say it chirps 3 times. It'll chirp 3 times, the beep, 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 and then it'll stop for about a minute. That is telling you that this detector is now bad. Whether it's too old or not, it is telling you you need a new detector. On this carbon monoxide detector, the ones with the digital display, and there are some that have the digital display. This is my old one, actually. When it was time to go, it said ERR across the display. That's a pretty good sign. You got an error there, and it is time to go. And this one actually plugged in. It did not have a battery. So even with the plug-in, they still only last, as far as carbon monoxide detectors, about 7 years. One of the big complaints we get is that these detectors start chirping at 3 in the morning, which of course they always do. It is never during the day when they start chirping. There's a very easy way to prevent that from happening, and that is actually change your battery once a year. If you change your batteries when you change your clocks, and we say that every year, change your clock, change your batteries, do that at least once. Twice is even better. You will avoid that annoying chirp at 3 in the morning. You would not believe the detectors we have gone in to replace that where people have had that 3 in the morning chirp and have actually like taken a broom handle to it or whatever to shut it up. So to avoid that, make sure you just change the batteries at least once a year. We get a lot of calls for people who think their alarms are going off. And they're not actually. They are actually just chirping, or telling them they need a new battery, or that the detector is bad. If the detector is going off and it is sounding constantly, and if it keeps going, Okay, that is telling you that there is an emergency, whether it be carbon monoxide or smoke in your house. That's an emergency if it keeps going. If it is just chirping, if you get that one little beep and then it is quiet for about a minute and it does it again, that means either your battery is bad, you need a new battery, or the detector is going bad itself. You can still call us, and actually you can call me. The number is 236-5249. We will come out and we will replace your battery if need be. We will actually replace the detector if need be at no charge to you. Going along with everything that we talked about in this couple minutes here, whether to call 911 or not, the big message here obviously is, when in doubt, call 911. It's not going to cost you anything. We will come and check it out. But like I said, if it's chirping, it's probably a battery. If it's doing like 3 or 4 chirps and then stopping, it's probably you need a new detector. But if you are not sure, please call 911 and we will come and check it out for you.